You're here today because you want to change. You're here because you know there's more to life than what you've been doing. And I'm telling you right now, you're right. There is more. So much more. But here's the catch. It's not going to come to you. You've got to go get it. Every single day, you've got a choice. You can stay the same, or you can work on yourself. You can accept where you are, or you can push for where you want to be. It's that simple, and it's that hard. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? Check your phone, turn on the TV, hit the snooze button. I'm challenging you right now to make a different choice. When that alarm goes off, I want you to say to yourself, it's time to work on me. You see, success isn't about luck. It's not about who you know or where you come from. Success is about what you do day in and day out when nobody's watching. It's about the habits you build, the discipline you cultivate, the person you become. I've been in this game for a long time. I've seen people rise and I've seen people fall. And let me tell you something. The ones who make it, the ones who really succeed, they all have one thing in common. They work on themselves every single day. Now, I'm not talking about some grand gesture. I'm not saying you need to change your whole life overnight. That's not how it works. Real change, lasting change, it happens little by little. It's the small things you do consistently that add up to big results. Maybe for you, working on yourself means reading for 30 minutes each day. Maybe it means hitting the gym, even when you don't feel like it. Maybe it means learning a new skill or practicing gratitude or meditating. Whatever it is, find something that pushes you forward and do it every day. You've got to understand, every time you choose to work on yourself, you're investing in your future. You're telling yourself, I'm worth it. I deserve better. I can be more. And let me tell you, that's powerful stuff. But here's the thing. It's not always going to be easy. There will be days when you don't want to do it. Days when you're tired or stressed or just plain lazy. And that's okay. We all have those days. The key is to push through them. Remember, comfort is the enemy of progress. If you're always comfortable, you're not growing. You've got to be willing to be uncomfortable. You've got to be willing to struggle, to fail, to look foolish, because that's where the growth happens. I want you to think about something for a moment. Think about where you want to be in 5 years. Think about the person you want to become. Now ask yourself, what are you doing today to make that happen? Are you taking steps towards that future? Or are you just hoping it'll magically appear? Hope is not a strategy. Wishing doesn't make it so. If you want something, you've got to work for it. And that work starts with you. It starts with the person you see in the mirror every morning. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Denzel, I don't have time to work on myself. I've got a job, I've got a family, I've got responsibilities. I hear you. Life is busy. Life is demanding. But here's the truth. You got the same 24 hours in a day as everyone else. It's not about having time, it's about making time. Wake up an hour earlier. Use your lunch break, turn off the TV at night. There's always time if you make it a priority. And let me tell you, there's nothing more important than investing in yourself. You see, when you work on yourself, you're not just improving your own life. You're improving the lives of everyone around you. You're becoming a better parent, a better partner, a better friend. You're setting an example for others to follow. When you're the best version of yourself, you have more to give. You have more energy, more patience, more love. You become a light in this world, and that light spreads. It touches everyone you come into contact with. But it all starts with a decision to take control of your life, a decision to stop making excuses and start making progress, a decision to work on yourself every single day. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Nothing worth having ever is, but I am saying it's going to be worth it. Every step you take towards becoming a better version of yourself is a step in the right direction. You got to be patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a better you. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes dedication. But if you stick with it, if you keep pushing, keep growing, keep working on yourself, I promise you, you will see results. And here's the beautiful thing. There's no limit to how much you can improve. There's always room for growth, always room to learn, to develop, to become more. That's what makes this journey so exciting. You never reach the finish line because there is no finish line. There's just continuous improvement, continuous growth. So I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now. I want you to promise yourself that from this day forward, you're going to work on yourself every single day, no matter what. No excuses. Start small if you need to. Maybe it's just 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's just one push-up or reading one page of a book. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start and that you keep going. Remember, success is not about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about progress, not perfection. So don't beat yourself up if you slip up. Don't throw in the towel if you miss a day. Just get back on track and keep moving forward. You've got to be your own biggest fan, your own cheerleader, because there will be times when nobody else believes in you, times when the world seems to be against you. In those moments, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to keep pushing, keep working, keep growing. And let me tell you something. The satisfaction you'll feel when you start seeing results, when you start becoming the person you want to be, there's nothing like it. It's a feeling of pride, of accomplishment that nobody can take away from you. But it all starts with you. It starts with a decision to take control of your life, a decision to stop waiting for things to happen and start making things happen, a decision to work on yourself every single day. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I try and it doesn't work out? Let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is they didn't let those failures stop them. They learned from them, they grew from them, and they kept moving forward. So don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of staying the same when you know you could be better. Be afraid of looking back on your life and wondering what if. You've got greatness inside you. We all do. But greatness doesn't just happen. You've got to work for it. You've got to nurture it, cultivate it, bring it out day by day, little by little. And that's what working on yourself is all about. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living up to your potential. It's about making the most of the gifts you've been given. Now, I want you to think about something. Think about the people you admire most in this world. The ones who inspire you, who motivate you. I guarantee you, those people didn't get where they are by accident. They got there by working on themselves every single day. They read books, they learn new skills, they take care of their bodies, they cultivate their minds, they work on their relationships. They're always growing, always improving, always pushing themselves to be better. And you can do the same. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to shape your life to become the person you want to be, but it's not going to happen on its own. You've got to make it happen. So I want you to ask yourself, what's one thing you can do today to work on yourself? What's one small step you can take towards becoming a better version of you? Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's calling a friend you've been meaning to catch up with. Maybe it's spending 15 minutes learning a new skill. Whatever it is, do it. And then do it again tomorrow and the next day. And the day after that, make it a habit. Make it a part of who you are. You see, that's the secret. It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about making small changes consistently. It's about doing the right things day after day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Because here's the truth. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. You can't rely on motivation to get you where you want to go. You've got to rely on discipline. You've got to build habits that push you forward, even when you're not feeling motivated. And that's where working on yourself every day comes in. When you make it a habit, when you make it a non-negotiable part of your day, that's when you start to see real change. That's when you start to become the person you want to be. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Denzel, I've tried before. I've made promises to myself and I've broken them. How do I know this time will be different? And to that, I say, it will be different because you're different. You're here right now listening to these words. You're ready for change. You're hungry for it. But more than that, it will be different because this time, you're not going to rely on willpower alone. You're going to set yourself up for success. You're going to create an environment that supports your growth. That means surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, not bring you down. It means removing temptations that pull you off track. It means setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. And most importantly, it means being kind to yourself, being patient with yourself, recognizing that growth is a process, not an event. You're going to have good days and bad days. You're going to have victories and setbacks. But as long as you keep working on yourself, as long as you keep pushing forward, you're on the right track. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every success story started with a single step. Your journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts right here, right now, with the decision to work on yourself every day. So I want you to make that decision. I want you to commit to it. I want you to say to yourself, from this day forward, I am going to work on myself every single day, no matter what. And when you make that commitment, when you really mean it, something magical happens. You start to see possibilities where before you saw obstacles. You start to feel hope where before you felt despair. You start to believe in yourself in a way you never have before. Because here's the thing, when you work on yourself, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. You're saying, I am worth the effort. I am capable of change. I am deserving of success. And let me tell you, when you start believing that, really believing it, there's nothing you can't accomplish. There's no goal too big, no dream too far out of reach. But it all starts with you. It starts with the decision to work on yourself every day, to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to become better than you were yesterday. So I want you to take a moment right now, close your eyes if you need to, and I want you to picture the person you want to become, see it clearly in mind. Feel what it would be like to be that person. Now open your eyes. That person you just imagined, that's who you're working towards. That's who you're becoming day by day, step by step, as you work on yourself. And let me tell you something, that person is worth every ounce of effort. That person is worth every early morning, every tough workout, every moment of discomfort, because that person is the best version of you. So don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't say, I'll start tomorrow. Start now. Start today. Start with one small step towards becoming that person you want to be. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And your journey to becoming the best version of yourself, it begins right here, right now, with the decision to work on yourself every single day. You've got this. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time for you to put in the work. It's time for you to become the person you were meant to be. So go out there and make it happen. Work on yourself every day. Push yourself. Challenge yourself. Believe in yourself. And watch as you transform into the person you've always known you could be. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's about growth. It's about becoming. It's about realizing your potential and making the most of the gifts you've been given. And you've been given so much. You have talents, abilities, strengths that the world needs. But it's up to you to develop them. It's up to you to nurture them. It's up to you to share them with the world. So don't hold back. Don't play small. Don't settle for less than you're capable of. Work on yourself every day and watch as you become the person you've always dreamed of being. You've got one life, one shot. Make it count. Work on yourself every day and make your life a masterpiece because you are worth it. You are capable. You are destined for greatness. Now go out there and make it happen. Work on yourself every day and become the best version of you. The world is waiting for you to shine. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to work on yourself. Every day is a chance to take one step closer to your goals. Every day is a gift, and what you do with it is your gift back to the world. So make the most of each day. Use it to grow, to learn, to improve. Use it to work on yourself, because when you work on yourself, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. You see, we're all connected. We're all part of something bigger than ourselves, and when you become better, when you grow and improve, you lift up everyone around you. You inspire others to do the same. When you work on yourself, when you become healthier, happier, more fulfilled, you bring that energy into every interaction. You become a source of positivity, of inspiration, of hope. You become the kind of person others want to be around, the kind of person others look up to, the kind of person who makes a difference in the world. And it all starts with the decision to work on yourself every day. It starts with the commitment to never stop growing, never stop learning, never stop pushing yourself to be better. So I want you to make that commitment right now. I want you to promise yourself that no matter what life throws your way, no matter how busy you get, no matter how tired you feel, you will always make time to work on yourself because you're worth it, because you have greatness inside you, because the world needs the best version of you. And let me tell you something, when you start working on yourself consistently, when you make it a non-negotiable part of your day, amazing things start to happen. You start to see changes not just in yourself, but in your whole life. Your relationships improve because you're bringing a better version of yourself to them. Your work improves because you're more focused, more disciplined, more creative. Your health improves because you're taking care of your body and mind. Everything in your life starts to shift to align with this new, improved version of you. And it all starts with the simple decision to work on yourself every day. Now, I know it's not always going to be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when life gets in the way. Days when you just want to give up and go back to your old ways. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days that define you. Because it's easy to work on yourself when everything's going well. It's easy to stick to your goals when you're feeling motivated and energized. The real test comes when things get tough. When you're tired or stressed or discouraged. That's when you've got to dig deep. That's when you've got to remember why you started this journey in the first place. And let me tell you, those are the moments that shape you. Those are the moments that transform you. Because every time you choose to work on yourself, especially when it's hard, you're building strength. You're building character. You're becoming the person you want to be. So embrace those tough moments. Welcome them. Because they're not obstacles, they're opportunities. They're opportunities to prove to yourself what you're made of. They're chances to show the world, and more importantly, to show yourself that you're committed to your growth no matter what. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires. And the best version of you, it's created in those moments when you push through the discomfort, when you choose growth over comfort, when you work on yourself even when it's the last thing you feel like doing. Every time you make that choice, you're building momentum. You're creating a habit of excellence. You're rewiring your brain to seek growth, to crave improvement. And that, my friends, is powerful stuff. This way every day, you're writing the story of your life. Every choice you make, every action you take, it's all part of your narrative. So ask yourself, what kind of story do you want to tell? Do you want a story of someone who gave up when things got tough? Or do you want a story of someone who faced challenges head on? Who worked on themselves relentlessly? Who became the hero of their own life? I know which story I'd rather tell. And I know which story you're capable of living. But here's the thing. No one can write that story for you. No one can do the work for you. It's up to you to pick up the pen, to take action, to work on yourself every single day. And when you do, when you commit to this journey of self-improvement, you'll find that it becomes more than just a daily task. It becomes a way of life. It becomes who you are. You'll start to see opportunities for growth everywhere you look. You'll start to crave learning, to seek out challenges, to embrace discomfort, because you'll know that's where the magic happens. That's where you become better. And as you work on yourself, as you grow and improve, you'll start to see the world differently. You'll start to see possibilities where before you saw obstacles. You'll start to feel a sense of confidence, of purpose that you've never felt before. Because when you work on yourself, you're not just changing your habits or your skills. You're changing your entire perspective on life. You're shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. You're moving from I can't to how can I? And let me tell you, that shift changes everything. It opens doors you never even knew existed. It allows you to dream bigger, to reach higher, to achieve things you once thought were impossible. But it all starts with you. It starts with the decision to work on yourself every day, to push past your limits, to step out of your comfort zone, to embrace the challenges and the opportunities that come your way. So I want you to make that decision right now. I want you to commit to working on yourself every single day. No excuses, no putting it off until tomorrow. Start today, start right now. Because the truth is, there's never going to be a perfect time to start. There's always going to be something else demanding your attention, something else pulling you away from your goals. But if you wait for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. The time to start is now. The time to work on yourself is today. Because every day you wait is a day you could have been growing, improving, becoming the person you want to be. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Embrace this moment, this opportunity to change your life. Embrace the challenge of working on yourself every day, because that challenge, that commitment to growth, that's what's going to transform you into the person you're meant to be. Remember, you have greatness inside you. You have potential that's just waiting to be unleashed. But it's up to you to unlock it. It's up to you to work on yourself, to nurture that potential, to bring it to life. So go out there and make it happen. Work on yourself every day. Push yourself, challenge yourself. Believe in yourself and watch as you become the person you've always known you could be. Because you are capable of amazing things. You are worthy of an amazing life. And you have the power to create that life one day at a time by working on yourself consistently. So embrace the journey. Embrace the growth. Embrace the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. because that's what life is all about. It's about becoming. It's about growing. It's about working on yourself every single day and creating a life that fills you with pride, with joy, with purpose. You've got this. Now go out there and make it happen. Work on yourself every day and become the person you were meant to be. The world is waiting for you to shine. Don't keep it waiting any longer.